welcome to this quick tutorial on how to get and work towards a crow pose. I'm here today at the forest with my little helper. She's hidden behind me now. So without further ado, let's start this tutorial. So we're gonna start with some warm-ups because it's really important towards the build-up, especially in this routine that we're gonna be using a lot of our wrist strength. So we really need to prepare, especially the wrists, because they're very prone to injury. So we're just gonna start with some warm-ups with your palms facing you, fingertips facing towards your body, and plant your palms on the floor with your wrists facing forward. Now, if you can't fully plant your palms on the floor here, it's okay. If you're here, it's okay if you're a bit further down. Just see your limit. And we're just going to be rocking forward and planting all of our weight on our palms and then back and shifting the weight towards our fingertips, lifting the wrists a little bit. If your palms aren't fully on the floor, you can just balance as much as you can. But the point here is using the exhale as we push down to push us a bit more forward. And just do these a couple more times. Turn our palms to the side, so fingertips facing the sides. And we're gonna shift the weight side to side. Always shifting the weight from your palms onto your fingertips. Palms facing forward, fingertips facing forward. Shift the weight back and forth again. From the palms to the fingertips. Back to the palms, fingertips. And now we're just going to be alternating back to the side. And then fingertips facing us. And then fingertips back to the sides and facing forward. Just going back and forth in a little dynamic warm up here. Face the sides. Forward. And we're just going to do 2 more times. To the sides. Back. The ocean's looking so beautiful. To the sides.
Crispy white waves.
Forward. Great. Now here, I want you to turn the direction of your palms. So your fingertips are going to be facing you, but this time with the back of your palm on the mat. And we're just going to be doing the rock back and forth again. Here you can lift your palms a little bit before laying them back down. I like to lift my toesies here so I can really push my weight onto the palms before we come back. You're kind of on the way, honey. Now come back up. You can do some circles of your wrists here to one direction. Turn to the other direction. And just shake it out. Shake all of your upper body out, actually. This might feel awkward, especially if you're not used to moving, but one thing you need to realize is you cannot force yourself into positions or into being able to achieve something. You have to feel embodied, you have to feel your body awake, and you have to be comfortable with taking up space and realizing that you can take up space. You can move in different ways. You don't need to be stiff and stuck in one place. So from here, we're just gonna do some side body bends. So lift your right arm up and then start bending towards the left. Start waking up our upper body a bit more. Switch, bend to the left. Really feel this on the side of your body and try to keep your hips as squared as possible so you only start moving like from your belly button up, let's say. Bring both your arms up and bend back. Don't try to push your head too back because that's gonna strain your neck. Just let it naturally bend down with your lower back supporting you here and carrying the weight of your upper body back. Come straight. And now we just fold down. Stay here in a child's pose with your arms active for a little bit just to stretch out your back. Pushing your upper body here, activating your shoulders and pulling them down your back, rolling them down your back and away from your ears is also going to help you wake up your shoulder and this part of your scapula. Is this a scapula? Your shoulder. And it's going to help you practice the protractions that we need to lift our weight up and put our weight into our arms. Shrug your shoulders and bring your shoulder blades together and then just push them apart and your shoulders down and away from your ears. Do this a couple more times. So shrug, pull them up, and then push them down, apart, and away from your ears. Once more up, then down, away from your ears. Up, and down, and apart. Shift your weight forward here. We're gonna meet in tabletop. Now on our knees, we're gonna practice just going on a chaturanga push-up. So what's the difference between a chaturanga and a normal push-up? A normal push-up, you usually focus on going down as you shift the weight onto your palms. Meanwhile, a chaturanga, it's a sort of push-up and it looks pretty similar, but your focus isn't going down. You're actually focusing on going forward. So instead of going down, you focus on shifting forward. Your arms naturally bend here and they hug your rib cage, so they're not facing out. They hug your rib cage and all of your weight is being supported here. So we're gonna start with bent knees here and just practice going forward, down, staying here, and back up.
Hi, this is VoiceOver Naya. This part will be on VoiceOver because of the background noise. We're just going to practice our chaturanga push-ups on our knees, focusing on shifting our weight forward and hugging the rib cage with our elbows. And we're just going to repeat this a couple times for you to get familiar with the movement and to build strength. Feel free to follow your own pace in the next few moments. Really focus on being aware of your body.
When you're ready, lift your knees off. We're gonna do the same thing. Push ourselves forwards and hug our rib cage here. If you need, you can put your knees down and then push up. If you chose to put your knees down, then just bring them back up before we do a second one. Push forward and then come back up. Gonna do one more push forward and down. And just bring yourself all the way down to rest here. We meet in a sphinx pose, forearms resting on the mat, and you just push with your palms up, shoulders down and away. Look to one side, open up your shoulders, look to the other side. And then here, push your hips back into a puppy pose as you stretch. This time you can let your chest drop. It doesn't need to be touching the floor. Here you can be resting with your forehead. You could be resting with your chin. If you want a deeper stretch, you can tap your chest down, but no need. Just stay wherever you're comfortable and where you can release the tension from your shoulders. Walk your palms up, back into tabletop. We're gonna practice getting into the position and finding the position for our crow pose. Coming up, hips up into a forward fold. This is gonna be easier if you already have the range to reach the floor. Of course, your knees don't have to be straight because they're not gonna be straight anyway. So you can just bend as much as you need just to get your palms on the floor. Now the palm positioning. Imagine that push-up position, but instead of doing a push-up, you have your palms slightly rotated outwards. We're gonna place our palms on the mat, facing a little bit outward. And now here from this forward fold with bent knees position, we already kind of hit where we need to be on our tricep. You can be a little bit lower if you need, or a bit higher, play around with the height, but you're gonna hit the middle of your arm. And when you shift your weight forward, your knees are gonna spread slightly apart. Your skin here is gonna be stretched, and this is what's gonna create the grip. So we're just gonna practice getting into this position because it can be a bit tricky. So take your knees out, bring them in, and you're just gonna play with shifting your weight forward and creating that outward movement. You're kind of creating a little shelf and a little like indentation where your knees are gonna just like fit. So we're just gonna play with this, shifting your weight forward and then back and then forward and then back. You can play around with the position. It can be a bit lower for you. That doesn't feel right to me. It can be a bit higher, but that also doesn't feel right for me. Right here in the middle is kind of where my spot is. Just play around with shifting the weight forward and back. Onto your palms, chest forward and back. Forward, almost as if you want to straighten your arm. You can also enter straight from this position instead of being on a forward fold, but I just find it easier to find height here. Maybe even start lifting your tiptoes and feeling more weight shifting onto your palms. And when you start feeling a bit more secure here and shifting your weight, we're gonna come, lift one leg, back down. Come back, lift the other leg down. Do this as many times as you need. This is just to practice that position. Just do that until you're tired. And if you need to take a break, I took a break just now. But when you're ready to start practicing getting into the pose, you can use some yoga blocks or some books if you don't have blocks. Unfortunately, I didn't bring any prop here. Come into our position that we've been practicing. Place blocks under your feet here if you need them. And you're gonna come on your tiptoes, come into the position that you found to be most comfortable for you. And we're just gonna shift our weight forward while resting our knees on our triceps. And just keep shifting forward. If it feels like you're gonna fall, it's okay. Maybe one leg comes up and then the other comes up and then you join them. And just practice staying here as long as you can. The trick is really shifting that weight forward into the chaturanga arms. If it feels like you're gonna fall and you don't feel very secure, you can just place a pillow in front of you where your head would fall if you were to fall. But I trust you, and I trust in the practice that you're gonna be doing to have enough strength not to fall. Just trust in yourself and trust in the space that is available for you to move, because your body can move that way. Otherwise, it would not be possible. Trust in yourself. Use props if needed. Use pillows and ways to feel more secure. But you got this. Let's try 2 more times. We're going to try together 2 more times. Place our arms. Lift your butt up, hips up. Place them on your triceps where you feel the most comfortable. And just shift the weight forward. Shift it forward. Lift your palms, lift your arms, shifting the weight forward until one knee lifts and then the other one lifts, and just stay here. Come back down. If you went down before, that's okay. If you went down before, just try to find that balance again and come back up. Rest roll your wrists. This really puts a lot of effort into your wrists. If you feel like your wrists are going too far and you cannot handle the weight on your wrists, that's okay. Come back down, do some stretches, some warm up, and on the next few times that you'll be training, focus more on doing the push-up exercises after the warm-ups and focusing on practicing shifting the weight onto your wrists. You need strong wrists and forearms to be able to bear your weight. So that should be your focus point if you feel that pain. Let's try going again. Hands down, knee placement, push forward, forward, forward. One leg lifts. If you feel comfortable, you can even lift both of them at the same time and just hold here. If you feel like this last time I wasn't feeling as strong anymore, if you feel like you can't lift your back legs up because you lose your balance like going back, then what you need to practice on is shifting the weight forward. If you feel like you are slipping to the sides and slipping off your arms, then what you need to practice is finding this positioning here, finding this place in your tricep where your skin stretches and creates that shelf, and feeling strong in this position. Another exercise to help you find that position would be getting on your back fully on the mat. You're gonna do like a dead bug position here with your arms straight up, and you're just gonna bring your knees to your chest as close as you can until you find this place here. And practice holding here while you push your arms down onto your knees and your knees up onto your arms, if that makes sense. Just practice staying here. So I think that's really all the tips that I have for today. And I hope this tutorial helped you, especially because it doesn't need to be hard, really. It's not a very hard thing to do. It's more about finding the technique. And technique doesn't involve crazy hour-long classes or workouts. Sometimes it's just a couple simple moves that you repeat and you create consistency in. And next thing you know, you find yourself doing things that felt impossible a while ago. So return to this as many times as you need. Return to this daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you want. And just show up and put in the work, because that's how you bear results. If this helped you, drop a like, subscribe, let me know in the comments. And I'll see you next time.